Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. And the Falcons will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Navy's offense will get the first crack at it here. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Back to throw, it's Washington. He's got his man. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Navy quick to the line.
Good news for this offense is it hasn't taken them a long time to get into a rhythm in the passing game. That's already his 100th completion on the season. He put up some big numbers this year if they keep up with this pace.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Going up top on first down. Back open in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Snares it outside. It's Cantrell. Now on second down. They'll go to the ground. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Here comes the hurry up. They go to the draw. Open space at the 25. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Running back searching for a hole. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Balls at the 14. On the move. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Dropping back, it's Washington. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down for this offense. They're going to ride this running back. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
The Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Now on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Navy offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They move the tight end all over. Give to the running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Snagged in the middle. It's Polk. Stopped after making the catch.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Navy will have to punt it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give out of the gun. And the Falcons pick up the 1st down. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts, the triple option, because so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. 1st down to start the drive after the break. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To the ground with the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Smashes ahead. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well. He showed you his athleticism.
The Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Falcons get it past the sticks.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it to the right here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Briggs. Quickly to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Got the back over the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
How about the run play on 4th and 3 to 4? A lot of times you see that's a pass play nowadays. They run the football, they stick to what they do well, they know where the 1st down marker is, and they get the 1st down.
The Falcons will have it 1st and 10. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown over here.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle it down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
The ball is on the 18. They need 4 on second down. To the air, it's Washington. Finds space on the right. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, midshipman.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Oklahoma. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense lining up for a first down play. They're bringing heat, using his legs to buy some time. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Gonna let it fly. And the ball is intercepted. Looking for more room. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Comes out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He finds his man. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Mr. Carey is the runback. Picks up 4. Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Briggs. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, it's a good decision by the quarterback, and I know you didn't get the first down, but the good news is you got a chunk of yards back, now setting up 4th and short and giving yourself an opportunity to go for it here and keep this drive going.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burt. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
They'll give it to the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
At the 21-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And the Falcons have moved it inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Briggs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Field goal is good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Navy will go back on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Handoff to the lone back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Navy quick to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
The Falcons will move the sticks with the 1st down.
Man, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Briggs. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Falcons have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll leave it with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Finds his tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Pushes toward the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Knocked off his feet.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 6 over UMass. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Dropping back, it's Washington. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Gotta have it here on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got his man downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Slams it ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.